Everyone knows California is crazy. Chicago, Illinois is violent and dangerous. But nobody ever talks about Connecticut. Connecticut is corrupt, just as corrupt as you could ever imagine. Oh, you want an example? Okay, how about this one? Connecticut socialite, 54, walks free from jail after serving less than half of her 1 year sentence for secretly filming nude children at her $10 million waterfront home. You want to dig into this story? It's sad and it's disgusting. A Connecticut socialite who was imprisoned for secretly recording 3 minors in her $10 million mansion is now walking free. Hadley Palmer, 54, was sentenced in November to just 1 year in jail and 20 years probation after pleading guilty to 3 counts of voyeurism and risk of injury to a minor. But she has since entered a transitional supervision program and was granted early release, officials from the State Department of Corrections told the Daily Beast. Now, if this would have happened to anyone you know or anyone else who wasn't a socialite or a politician, what would the crime be? Now, everyone's heard the stories, when sexual predators go to jail, they get the worst time. Sounds like this chick was in daycare. She's being accused. No, wait, not accused. She was found guilty of doing this to several children. And one of the most honorable judges in Connecticut decides that 1 year in prison is enough. But she got out in 3 months. She was sentenced in November, December, January, February. Yeah, okay. Yeah, boom. 3 months is her only punishment for affecting the lives of these children this way. Connecticut. Under the program, which is similar to parole, inmates with sentences of 2 years or less can serve the remainder of their sentences in a halfway house or with a sponsor. Oh, a sponsor. Boy, that's nice. As a result, Palmer has served less than half of her 1 year sentence behind bars between her 90-day prison stint last spring and the 71 days she completed this winter. Oh no, 71 days? Let's see who this little princess is. Oh, she's a peach. There's jail. Palmer, a mother of 4. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. A mother of 4. Perfect. Great. Hope she gets her kids back. Was arrested in October 2021 on charges including employing a minor in an obscene performance and second-degree child... Okay, I can't even say that word on here. Greenwich police claimed in charging documents that she filmed 3 minors without their knowledge at her $10 million mansion in Bellhaven for her own gratification in 2017 and 2018, noting that one of the victims was 15 or younger. Not much was revealed about the allegation. You know, they keep mentioning her $10 million mansion. They just keep rubbing it in your face. Hey, this woman was very, very wealthy, very, very well connected. So the rules don't apply to them because Connecticut. And not much was revealed about the allegations made against Palmer as she immediately filed for what is called accelerated rehabilitation. Okay, that's a type of probation program where defendants charged with minor crimes can have their file sealed. Okay, get this. She's going to get her file sealed so no one will ever know she is that type of criminal. And they're saying, well, the victims, though, they need their privacy. No, this is all about her. You know it, I know it, everyone knows it. But this program called accelerated rehabilitation, how many of you have ever even heard of this? Okay, this isn't common knowledge, which means obviously she's got one of the highest paid lawyers, or they just made this shit up just for her. It's not impossible. It's a program reserved for first-time offenders. Well, she's not a first-time offender. She did it in 2018, and then again in 2021. How is that a first-time offender? Even based on their own rules, they just bend all the rules so she can get out. That's what I'm talking about, Connecticut. The rules don't apply to wealthy people in Connecticut. Once you just get that through your head, you realize, oh, they're just different from us. This woman could do just about anything. These kids could no longer be walking around, and she probably would have got an extra 30 days in jail. That's how bad it is here in Connecticut. Palmer was granted it, and the file was therefore kept secret. This bitch got off scot-free. 71 days in jail and she's out and about. She's back at her country club. Authorities had said more serious charges were also on the table, but she struck a plea deal in January of 2022 that saw her convicted on only 3 counts of voyeurism and 1 count of risk or injury to a minor. This woman did... I can't see. You have to censor your words on YouTube. Now, this woman can do the acts and gets away with it, no problem. I can't say what she did because I'll get blocked off of YouTube. You see how things are? God, Connecticut, I love it. Higher charges of employing a minor in an obscene performance and possession of child were dropped under the deal. She hired a minor for an obscene performance, and they just threw those charges away. Because she's rich. She's a rich, well-connected Connecticut woman. So those charges don't apply anymore. They just go away. Here's another picture of this miserable excuse for a human being. Let's keep going, see if there's anything notable in here. At her sentencing hearing in November, State Attorney Paul Ferenek revealed she recorded the victims unclothed and at times fully naked at her waterfront home and shared the footage with an unnamed third party. Okay, if this isn't trafficking child films, I don't know what is. And why do they keep mentioning her waterfront home? We get it. She's rich. We get it. Now, if you were to take pictures or hire kids to take pictures, she paid them. She paid kids to take pictures of them without their clothes on. But they dismiss those just like, well, no, it doesn't apply to her. She's rich in Connecticut. Don't you understand how things work? So she did this, and then she sent the pictures to other people, an unnamed third party. Guess what? If this would have happened to anyone else, that third party would be named pretty damn quick. But no, not in Connecticut. An unnamed recipient of child images. You gotta be kidding me. She's also required to register as a sex offender for the next 10 years. Just 10 years, huh? So I would be willing to speculate, based on all the information provided, that 10 years will be more like 3. So she already got the worst of her charges thrown out. No questions asked. What, did she make a donation to the judge? Is there a re-election campaign? I don't know. I don't even want to speculate. I don't know. I don't care. So she got her charges thrown out. She got out of jail early with no problem, 71 days. She had her case sealed, and she only gets to be registered as a sex offender for 10 years. Does that seem fair to someone who commits these kinds of crimes? So after 10 years, she's out and about. She can do whatever she wants. What, she said she's 54, 64? I think that's about the age as Ghislaine, right? Yeah, I bet they have a lot in common. This woman is a monster from every step. For any way you look at it, this woman is a monster. But Connecticut is like, no, she's rich. It's fine. How did she get all of her money? Let's see if we can figure this out. Her father was a hedge fund manager. There it is. Okay. Look at this house. Look at this house. $10 million house. Yeah, so you get all the kids to come over. This is the modern equivalent of a van with free candy. Look, you can come play on my lake. You can hang out at my waterfront home. All right, this person is just the worst of the worst. But this is what happens in Connecticut. All of the hedge fund managers and the Wall Street people that work in Manhattan, they take their hour-and-a-half drive up to Connecticut, and that's where they have their fancy houses and their posh country clubs and their... I don't know what to say about this. This woman deserves a much stricter penalty. She deserves serious jail time. She deserves to never, ever be around children ever again. But it just won't happen. It's because she's a rich Connecticut person. And that's how things are. We're never going to be able to end this corruption when there are 2 sets of rules. There's one rule for everyone else where you can get harassed by the cops and young kids can get pulled out of their car and beaten to death on the side of the road, screaming for their lives. And then you get the other class of people that can do damn near any crime they want. and they just throw money at the problem and no consequences. That's the problem. It's not a black or a white thing. It's a rich thing, and it's a corruption thing. And it's never going to change until it does. And I hate to tell you how that's going to happen, but it ain't going to be pretty. And these very, very wealthy people living in their mansions and their waterfront homes, when the regular people, the truck drivers, the farmers, the people that work in grocery stores, just stop providing services to this class of people, all the money in the world won't help them. And I have a feeling that time is coming pretty soon because everyone's just about sick of it. So if you enjoyed any part of this maniacal rant about hating these corrupt monsters, throw a like in there. Do me a courtesy and subscribe if you like this. And then I'm going to go make some more videos. So I'll see you soon.